Hello students, today I will discuss about rules of inference. See, the rules of inference are for finding whether the argument is valid or not. See, an argument is a set of propositions with a conclusion. Consider the set of propositions P1, P2, etc. Pn and a proposition Q, then a compound proposition of the form P1 and P2 and etc. and Pn. Conditional Q is called as the argument. So P1 and P2 etc. and Pn are called as the premises and Q is called as the conclusion. You can use small q or capital Q. So P1, P2, P3 etc. Pn are called as premises and Q is the conclusion of the argument. So an argument is of the form P1 and P2 etc. and Pn conditional Q. So you can even write in this way, P1, P2 etc. Pn therefore Q. So it means Q is the conclusion. So the preceding argument is valid only if each of the premises is true. Then the conclusion is true. So if each of the premises is true, then the conclusion will be true. So the conditional P1 and P2 and P3 etc. and Pn conditional Q is valid if and only if P1 and P2 and P3 etc. and Pn implies yes. So the premises are always assumed to be true, whereas a conclusion may be true or false. The conclusion is true only in the case of valid argument. There exist rules of logic which can be employed for establishing the validity of the argument. They are called as rules of inference. So the premises are always assumed to be true. Conclusion Q may be true or false. The conclusion is true only in the case of valid argument. There exist rules of logic which can be established for validity of the argument. So this set is always assumed to be true. So in some problems Q will be true, some problems Q will be false. So if it is true, we say that valid argument. If it is not true, if the conclusion is not true, we say invalid argument. If the conclusion is Q is true, valid argument. The conclusion Q is not true, it is invalid argument. So we have some rules for finding out whether the argument is valid or not. They are called as rules of inference. So first rule of conjunctive simplification for all PQ. If P and Q is true, then P is true. So if you say conjunction is true, then P is true. So P and Q implies P. Then rule of disjunctive amplification. If P is true, and then P or Q is true. So in disjunction means it's true even if one of them is true. So P implies P or Q. Rule of syllogism. P conditional Q and Q conditional R implies P conditional R. So if the rule of syllogism is for three propositions, if you have conditionals PQ, QR to be true, then PR is also true. So P conditional Q and Q conditional R logically implies P conditional R. Then modus pons, if P is true and P conditional Q is true, then Q is true. If P is true and P conditional Q is true, then Q is true. So P and P conditional Q implies Q. Modus tollens, if P conditional Q is true and Q is false, then P is false. So P conditional Q and negation Q implies negation P. The rule of disjunctive syllogism, PRQ and negation P implies Q. If PRQ is true and P is false, then Q is true. So write all these rules. You have to by heart these rules. You will be using in problems. So rule of conjunctive simplification, disjunctive amplification, syllogism. Syllogism is very easy. From the problems you can easily make out. P and P, whenever you have conditional, you will have modus pons or modus tollens. So and here you have disjunctive syllogism. So in most of the problems you will be using syllogism, modus pons and modus tollens. So practice writing all these rules. So here I have the rule of contradiction, negation P conditional F naught. What is P 0 1? What is negation P 1 0? What is F naught? Contradiction which is 0 always. So negation P conditional F naught. So it is 0 only when negation P is 1 and F naught is 0. So here you have 0 1. So negation P conditional F naught conditional P is negation P conditional F naught conditional P. So it is 0 only when so I'll explain this part again. There is some mistake here. So rule of contradiction, I'll explain this part again. So test the validity of the following argument. If Sachin hits a century, then he gets a free car. Sachin hits a century, therefore Sachin gets a free car. So what are the proposition? P, Sachin hits a century. Q, Sachin gets a free car. So only two things are there. So name P for hits a century, Q for Sachin gets a free car. So first statement is if then. So P conditional Q. Second statement is P. So therefore Q. So P conditional Q and P implies Q. So you see here you have conditional. Whenever you have conditional, you have only two rules, that is modus ponens and modus tollens. So modus ponens is P and P conditional Q. So here you have P conditional Q and P. It is same as commutative law is true, so you can write P and P conditional Q implies Q by modus ponens, therefore it is valid argument. So premises, with the premises we have shown that conclusion is true, so it is valid argument. Next one, if I drive to work, I will arrive tired. I am not tired, therefore I do not drive to work. So P drive to work, Q arrive tired. What is the next one? Negation Q. So I am not tired means negation Q. See, you have only two things: drive to work, arrive tired. So P drive to work, Q arrive tired. What is the second statement? Negation Q. So first one P conditional Q, second is negation Q. So P conditional Q and negation Q. So you have conditional. Whenever you have conditional, you have only two things: modus ponens and modus tollens. So P conditional Q and negation Q implies negation P. So by modus tollens, it is a valid argument. P conditional Q and negation Q. You see here, it is conditional. You see here negation P. Whenever you have conditional, it will be modus ponens or modus tollens. So here you have P conditional Q and negation Q. So therefore this implies negation P. So it is a valid argument. Suppose if you are not getting the conclusion, you say that it is invalid argument. If I study, I do not fail in the exam. If I do not fail in the if I do not fail, my father gives me a two-wheeler. Therefore, if I study, then my father gives me a two-wheeler. So what do you have here? Also if then conditional, you have I study, fail in the exam, two-wheeler. So I study P, fail in the exam Q, R is gets a two-wheeler. So don't take Q as not failing in the exam. Negation Q is not failing. Q is failing in the exam. So P I study, Q fail in the exam, R gives a two-wheeler. So if I study, I do not fail in the exam. So P conditional, negation Q. Then you have, if I do not fail, my father gives me a two-wheeler. So negation Q, conditional R. So P conditional, negation Q conditional R. Therefore P conditional R. So by syllogism, when you have two conditionals. Whenever you have conditionals, you have three rules: syllogism, modus ponens, modus tollens. Two conditionals means only syllogism, only one rule. So it is of the form PQ, QR, PR. So here you have P conditional, Q negation Q, Q negation Q conditional R, therefore P conditional R. So it is a valid argument by syllogism. Now we have test the validity of the following argument: P conditional R, Q conditional R, therefore P R Q conditional R. So take up the premises: P conditional R and Q conditional R. Conditional is logically equivalent to negation P or R. Q conditional R is logically equivalent to negation Q or R. So now by commutative law you can write R negation P. Here also by commutative law R negation Q. So you see both R is common. So R disjunction negation P or negation Q. R disjunction negation of P or Q. So this is same as a commutative law, negation of P R Q or R. So take it as one. You see the right side, P R Q conditional R. Conditional is same as negation of the first one or R. So these two are same, therefore it is a valid argument. So I have taken the left side. For any conditional is equivalent to negation of the first one or the second one. So negation P or R and negation Q or R. Or it is same as R conditional R negation P and R negation Q. So R is common, negation P and negation Q. So this is negation P and negation Q is same as negation of PRQ by De Morgan's laws. So this is same as by commutative law, negation of PRQ or R. So now you take the second one, PRQ conditional R is same as negation of PRQ or R. So from 1 and 2 it is a valid argument. Next one, if I drive to work then I will arrive tired. I do not drive to work, therefore I will not arrive tired. So you have two things, P driving to work, Q arriving tired. So P conditional Q, then next statement negation P, therefore negation Q. So P conditional Q and negation P, you have conditional. So you can use the modus ponens or modus tollens or syllogism, but syllogism is for two conditionals. So you see P conditional Q and negation P. So you see the rules, P conditional Q and negation P. You don't have P conditional Q and negation P. Here you have P conditional Q and negation Q. So you cannot use any of these three rules, 3, 4, 5. So what I have done is, what is P conditional Q, negation P or Q and negation P. So by commutative law you can write negation P and negation P or Q. By absorption law it is same as negation P. What is absorption law? P and P or Q is P. P and P or Q is same as P. So negation P and negation P or Q same as the first one, negation P. Therefore now you see what is the conclusion, negation Q. So we have not got the conclusion, therefore it is an invalid argument. So now you see here, I will look into this. I have made one mistake here. See here, P is 0, 1, F naught is 0, 0, negation P 1, 0, negation P conditional F naught. So when a conditional is false, when the first one is 1, the second one is 0. So here it should be 0. I have written 1 by mistake, please excuse me for that. Negation P conditional F naught is 0. See, conditional is 0 when first one is 1, second one is 0. So here it is for 1, 0, this should be 0, change it as 0. So 0, 0. Then negation P conditional F naught and P. So here again 0, 0 is 1, 0, 1 is also 1. So this alone you change it as 0. I repeat, this alone you change it as 0. So I want you all to write down the notes as assignment and some post in Google Classroom. Copy down this notes itself as assignment and post it in Google Classroom. Only those who post will get attendance. So only one change, this entry you make it as 0.